فيش عند القدرات السورية لحالها ما بتقدر تواجه هذا المخطط.
Has to be something terrible for the Prophet of Allah to wake up with his face all red, flushed red. What did he see? He woke up and he spoke these memorable lines. He said, وَيْلٌ لِلْعَرَبِ مِنْ شَرٍّ قَدْ اقْتَرَبَ. Woe unto the Arabs because of an evil, shar, an evil. It can't be an ordinary evil for his face to be so flush red. It has to be a very great evil, which is now close. What is this great catastrophe that is coming on the Arabs? What is this great destruction that is coming on the Arabs, which has not as yet come?
An historic peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia.
Yesterday, the leader of the apartheid entity and war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu delivered a speech to the United Nations General Assembly at its 78th session, which focused on the prospects and effects of Israel normalizing ties with Arab countries and its role in changing the Middle East. Netanyahu presented a map. The map included dark green areas of countries with so-called peace deals with Israel, or negotiating peace deals with Israel. The green-clad areas included Egypt, Sudan, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Jordan. The map included no mention of the existence of a Palestinian state, as the blue colour bearing the word Israel dominated the entire map of the occupied West Bank, including the Gaza Strip. If you recall, Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich also presented a map of Israel in Paris not so long ago, with annexation that included Jordan and the Palestinian territories. He also commented, saying that there was no such thing as the Palestinian people and it's a fictitious invention that is only 100 years old, something that sparked public and diplomatic outrage.
This land is ours, and Israel is a colonial state established by colonialists and settlers, and it expanded like any other settler colony throughout history. We have learnt from history that colonialism will end, and that the will and belonging of our people will not be shaken by the statements of the falsifiers of history and their incorrect claims.
The apartheid entity and makeshift camp, Israel, doesn't respect the Arab Palestinians, but it wants to govern over every Arab country. This is the plan. This has always been the plan, to hand over power to Israel in the Middle East.
I say, Assalamu alaikum. Peace unto thee. Shalom.
But then the Quran goes on to say, وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا. When they are with those who have faith, they say, but we have faith like you. وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ. But when they are with their shayateen, Allah is giving you a very, very, very big hint here that these are people with links to the occult world. These are people with links to the jinn who are shayateen.
Netanyahu is working closely with powers on this planet, as well as powers in other realms, to bring about change in the Middle East. A change that will not only bring destruction to the Arabs, but it will also bring in the Antichrist, Dajjal, to rule from Jerusalem. Why am I saying this? Because it's a part of their belief to do everything necessary and usher in the Mashiach, and I really mean everything, even if it's by deception, to usher in the great deceiver.
We're looking for a rebuilt temple. But you guys cannot build a temple without a red heifer, is that right?
Yes, almost precisely. Unless if all the Jews got together and said, we want to build today the temple, so then we could also put aside those commandments of basically purification. The red heifer allows us to purify the whole nation. Now this hasn't been done for over 2,000 years.
Right. And they have now 5 red heifers that are perfect, that are in Israel, that flew, I think, over there in September, what it was, that are in Israel, and they're all still perfect?
Yeah, they're all amazing. We actually were able to bring them in on a special permit. We brought them in as pets. That's how we got them in. So that's also why there's 5, because you're allowed to bring up to 5 pets on your plane. And they came on an American Airlines flight. Just 250 passengers on top, 5 red heifers on the bottom.
The first deception was the so-called birth of the first red heifer in 2,000 years. This creature features in end times tales written by Talmudist rabbis. I don't believe this was a natural birth of a red heifer, but genetically engineered, perfectly red and without any blemish. The first deception of the red heifer followed another deception, the news that fish and other forms of life are rapidly filling sinkholes in the Dead Sea. If you didn't know, the Dead Sea is a landlocked body of water that is almost 10 times as salty as the ocean, and because of its high salt content, no fish or other aquatic life can live in it. According to Ezekiel, the end of the world as we know it will see the Dead Sea flourish with fish. I reckon the Israelis made this happen by adding certain chemicals into the water and taking out its saltiness. Everything Israel does is deceiving. Israel is there to deceive people, and they are playing their part very well to bring in the ultimate deceiver, the Antichrist, Dajjal, the Mashiach. Many Arab and Muslim countries have already been deceived into friendship with Israel, and if Saudi Arabia normalizes ties with Israel, the destruction of Arabs, which the Holy Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, spoke about, will be guaranteed.
For us, the Palestinian issue is very important. We need to solve that part, and we have a good negotiations continue till now. We gotta see where it will go. We hope that it will reach a place that it will ease the life of the Palestinians and get Israel as a player in Middle East.
There were reports that you had suspended talks.
No, that's not true.
Not true. So you think, if you were to characterize it, are you close?
Every day we get closer. It seems it's for the first time a real one, serious. We're gonna see how it goes.
Netanyahu stressed that signing a peace agreement with Saudi Arabia would change the entire map of the Middle East and create a new Middle East. So what is this new Middle East that they are talking about now? Well, the new Middle East will not only just mean the end of Palestine, but Syria too. This is why it's very important that no normalization takes place with Israel, because ultimately it will be the Arabs who suffer, and if the Arabs fall for their destruction, can we truly feel sorry for them? I don't think so. Because it is them who have left their doors open for the thief to invade and take anything it likes and destroy their homes. I'm going to leave you with Abdul Bari Atwan, who explains what's to come and why the Arabs must unite and be careful. Because ultimately destruction will not be limited to Palestine, Jordan and Syria, but it will spread across the Arab world if any peace deal is signed. Thanks for listening to the Independent Islamic Republic. Assalamu alaikum. Have a wonderful night.
فهذا المخطط يجب التصدي له، يعني بتصاعد الآن، يعني في حقيقة في محاولة لإقامة دولة درزية في جنوب سوريا ووضع قواعد عسكرية فيها زي ما عملوا في شرق الفرات. طيب كيف بده يكون ردنا احنا؟ طب هاي بدهم يعزلوا ما يصير هاي الدولة تكون حاجز بين سوريا وبين دولة الاحتلال الإسرائيلي، ويكون الجولان أرض إسرائيلية بشكل دائم، ويعني وغير تراجع، ما في تراجع عنه على الإطلاق. ما فيش عند القدرات السورية لحالها ما بتقدر تواجه هذا المخطط، فلازم يصير هذا مسؤولية محور المقاومة. ولا إيش فايدة 150,000 و200,000 و400,000 صاروخ؟ إيش فايدتها إذا بدها تصير سوريا تتحول إلى 6 دول، مش دولة ودولتين، وكل طائفة عندها دولة، وكل عرق الأكراد عندهم دولة، الدروز عندهم دولة، السنة عندهم دولة، العلويين عندهم دولة، وهكذا. يعني كل مدينة بصير فيها دولة.
What is this great catastrophe that is coming on the Arabs? What is this great destruction that is coming on the Arabs, which has not as yet come?
يعني طب هاي النموذج حيتمدد لكل الدول العربية، حيوصل للسعودية وحيوصل للعراق وحيوصل لليبيا، اوريدي وصل لليبيا، وهي في السودان ماشي، وحيصير في نفس الشيء في الجزائر وفي المغرب. يعني هذه مؤامرة على كل المنطقة.